Welcome to the next episode of the Drunken Dice podcast. As always, I am your host, Alex. Joining me are my co-hosts, Jim and Peter. Today, we got a fun thing to talk about today. We're going over the Paladin spell list and always some fun homebrew we have found during the week. So, before I pass it up to anything else, what are you drinking, guys?
I've finally taken something out of a can. Nice Jim Beam, bourbon and ginger.
Interesting.
The highball.
Fascinating choice.
How is it?
It's actually, I've had a few of these outside of the podcast, and I do enjoy them. I mean, we like bourbon and ginger ale. It's a known thing. I mean, it's not ale 8, but it's a known thing. And it's just nice, convenient, pre-mixed, and delicious.
Fair enough. Peter?
I actually, because it's a Paladin today, I decided to go for non-alcoholic and being, I don't know. I just thought it was goofy. And so I'm going for some Earl Grey tea.
You are goofy.
Yes.
I decided to go with something a little different. I'm drinking red wine tonight.
Fancy.
The cool thing about this red wine is it was actually grown at the first vineyard founded in the United States, which for some reason is located in Nicholasville, Kentucky, just south of Lexington. A 6-acre vineyard in 1798 is the first vineyard established in the United States.
How did it take that long for them to grow grapes for wine in America?
Because we kept fighting the French. I think
Yeah,
we didn't want
but
to.
there's literally a place called Martha's Vineyard.
Mm-hmm.
Color me
The first-
skeptical, but I'll accept it.
The first vineyard, they actually have records from the transactions with Thomas Jefferson and President Madison while he was sitting in the White House, and the wine board that they made in the area with founders such as Henry Clay as people who are part of this, and they can trace their, well, hello, Amelia.
Just a child in the background.
Yep.
Surprise.
Yes. So
Yeah, I mean,
they can trace the lineages back, and it is with the documents and found it is older than any other one.
that is fantastic. I'm just ashamed with Americans for not making wine sooner.
Well, Martha's Vineyard is not the best place for growing grapes.
It is not,
That is accurate.
but it's named a vineyard, and it's like,
I know.
what the hell were you all doing?
And surprising thing, here in Kentucky is actually close to the same latitude as Napa, so that's why there's a bunch of vineyards around here too.
That makes sense. Ish.
Nice drinkable red wine. Not too sweet, not too tanniny. It's a nice one just to sit there and enjoy. So it's called the Kentucky River Red. I think it's really good.
My knowledge of wine is so small. I'm like, the wine I drink comes in a box that says red wine.
Oof.
You're fancy over there. I'm drinking bourbon and ginger ale out of a can.
And you're saying that to the person who's not currently drinking tea. So, just
Drinking tea over there.
You know,
it's spiffing
is
for the
what it
cruise.
You know what? I would accept this if the spiffing Brit came on. Then I would drink tea if the spiffing Brit came on.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, I would drink tea that is not sweet tea if the spiffing Brit came on, because I could drink sweet tea all day.
Yeah, that's fair. I will not have an Arnold Palmer on there, or should I, just to annoy him?
who is this you speak of?
He makes wonderful. It's a gaming channel.
A gaming channel that he likes to find exploits.
Yeah,
If you remember one Civ 6 game we did, that I suddenly spawned like 10 settlers and 10 workers, because I was trying to see if that exploit actually worked. And clearly it does, because I was like, I can keep doing this. This is stupid.
I feel like it's now like a duty to just like reach out, be like, "Hey, I know we're nobodies, but you want to come on our podcast?"
It'd be really fun.
It'd be really fun.
And I found that cannons and Shogun 2 Fall of the Samurai are OP before you did. I've been doing this for years.
We've been using cannons and Shogun long before you made a video of it.
Yep.
So get on our level.
Yeah.
I'm kidding, because he finds so many exploits. I just don't have the
so
time
good.
to.
And you can turn Prison Architect into a wood harvesting simulator.
Yeah,
Make all of the money. Yeah.
Which I will say, I'm pretty sure I suggested a few months before
Probably.
that video came out too.
Probably.
Because we were like co-oping that game.
Okay.
I was like, you could just make the like. What if you just put like a few cells and just all the rest is just forestry?
I'm pretty sure I just put the inmate thing to 0 and just got workers.
Yeah.
Sold things.
Workers, an export spot.
Yep.
And then trees.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Nothing but forestry.
Nothing but forestry. Absolutely ridiculous. Those are fun games.
Those are really fun. All right, going on to this homebrew we have going on.
Oh, yeah. All right. So, we're starting out with an interesting, uncommon, wondrous item called That Guy's Leg. It resembles a humanoid leg made out of both metal and wood. It has various runes carved in it. You have to attune to the leg, and it just change. It can change size and shape to fit whoever is using it.
Okay.
It's basically a prosthetic leg. It adds 10 feet of movement and negates all negative effects from moving across difficult terrain as the leg changes and adapts to what best suits the environment.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's about it. Just that guy's leg.
That guy's leg.
I needed that.
Do I have to give it to a raccoon later?
No, he's going to take it later.
Just because it's funny.
He's going to get that leg.
For the record, only reason why I put it in there because I was like, Rocket would be like, I want it.
Playing D&D with Rocket. I want that guy's leg. Here you go.
Idea for a character. A Circle of the Moon druid who just spends time as a raccoon most of the time.
You could do that.
It sounds really fun now. I want to do it.
As long as the raccoon can talk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think the raccoon could talk with if you just wild shaped into it.
Not rules as written.
Nope.
No way to talk. I will find a way to be Rocket. Be obnoxious.
The amount of spells and crap that would have to go into that would be stupid.
It would. But I would do it.
Also, you'd have like no hit points. You get like one fight and be like, and I'm a person again. And I just wasted a wild shape. I could have been a bear.
No,
or a honey badger.
I'm just gonna be that for as I possibly can. Just so.
Yeah. Okay, so on to another item. Also wondrous, uncommon item that requires attunement. The Helm of Drinking. This helm contains 2 vials that can be filled with any liquid that could normally be stored in a mundane glass vial.
Okay.
Filling the glass vial requires 1 action. And while you wear the helm, you can use your bonus action to drink the contents of either one or both the glass vials.
Okay.
So it's a beer can hat.
Yeah, that's to say that's exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah, it's a beer can hat for potions. Honestly, kind of like it, except I would not let someone drink from both vials at the same time. I just wouldn't let someone drink from both vials at the same time.
What if you rolled a modified wild magic thing? Because something crazy. The potions are doing something weird. So every time they try to do that, they have to take a risk that the 2 potions together does not mix well.
That would be interesting. I don't know. To me, it's just because you can fill the vials outside of combat, so the requiring one action to fill the vials doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm.
You're going from using an action to drink one potion to a bonus action to drink two, and then you still get your action, is too much. Like,
That's
I get you're dropping it down to a bonus action. Cool, understand that. I'm fine with that as long as you can only drink one at a time.
That's fair. That's fair.
Makes sense.
If you want to drink two, well, you can use your action to drink a second potion.
That's fair. I would say that's fair.
Yeah.
And you still have to use the table though.
That would be interesting.
Because two potions together could have some weird results because it's magic and stuff.
Yeah.
It could. It really could. All right. That one was stupid. Sometimes people ask, like, homebrew is too OP, and you look at it and you're like, was this a real question? Because, like, this person posted, like, I want to give my level 2 PCs 2 items, a bow and a rapier. Both deal normal piercing damage, 1d8 as usual, or can be charged with bonus action to deal 2d4 force damage. No time restrictions. You can charge it and deal force damage until you choose it to stop. So all you're doing is, you're changing it from a 1d8 to 2d4. That's it.
Okay.
It's like a waste of a bonus action. Especially
Right?
for a lot of classes.
It's one bonus action, though. It's always charged. You're not charging it every action. Or every...
I misunderstood. I thought you had
Yeah.
to use your bonus action every time.
No, because it says you charge it and it deals force damage until you choose it to stop.
That's dumb.
I mean, like, that's a little bit
lot.
more, but I don't really care. Like, okay, you're turning into magical damage, fine. You're getting over resistances. Any +1 is going to do that.
Yeah.
They're level 2 PCs, so it might help them get through, to level 5 a little quicker, which I'm all in support of. But really, after that, it's not really... They're weapons that, like, are going to be secondary mid to late game.
Yeah.
Yeah. If never used again.
Right. So, I'm like, this is definitely not overpowered at all.
It's just kind of there.
Yeah.
It's basically flavor text.
Yeah, I'm not, like, super thrilled about it, but I just, it's not OP.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is what it is. Next thing is a additional action someone homebrewed. So along with like disengage, dodge, making an attack, casting a spell, this is the brace action. So when you take the brace action on your turn, you prepare yourself for incoming attacks, reducing the damage they deal to you. Until the start of your next turn, reduce all damage dealt by you by an amount equal to 1 plus your strength modifier to a minimum of 1. Additionally, if an effect would cause you to make a dex saving throw, you may choose to make a strength saving throw against the effect instead. Damage reduction from the brace action applies after any other effects are applied and cannot reduce the damage you take to less than 1. Finally, the brace action is added to the list of actions you can take while hasted.
It seems to me like if you were bracing, it would just potentially make the attack disadvantaged rather than lessening the damage itself.
I get the saving throw part, like something's
Yeah.
coming and you're just you're bracing for impact sort of thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, strength is interesting for that. I wonder if Constitution would be better for that.
Could be, yeah.
Because you're not, like,
Yeah.
for instance, a fireball's coming to you, which is a dex save throw. But you use the brace action. You're not using a force of your strength to, like, smack the fireball to, but you're sitting there trying to just hunker down and take it a little bit better.
I mean, if you had a shield, using it with brace would make a lot of sense for that sort of thing.
But the shield master thing already does something like that. It gives you a bonus to dex saving throws by going behind the shield.
And when talking about giving a disadvantage on an attack against you, that's basically what dodge does. The dodge action, any attack roll made against you is disadvantage, and you make dex saving throws with advantage.
So
I feel like that's more useful.
Basically just a weirder version of dodge that doesn't work as well.
I think it's just a different idea, because, like, for instance, Peter, I roll great against you. Sometimes disadvantage doesn't really matter. You know the damage is coming. You can instead take a brace action to reduce the amount of damage you're taking, because you know me rolling with disadvantage against you just probably means it's not a crit.
I must think, like, early game that action would work, but that has, once you get past almost 5th level, that thing is pretty useless.
Fair enough. I will say they did have an accompanying feat with this that I think brings it past that point. So it's immovable, increases your constitution or strength score by 1. You can't raise it past 20. This way out. Once per short rest, you may take the brace action as a reaction. When you take damage, the damage reduction applies to the triggering attack and for the normal duration of the brace action. And when you take a brace action, the amount of reduced damage you take is equal to your proficiency bonus plus your strength modifier instead of 1 plus your strength modifier.
Is the proficiency bonus for every time you take the brace, or only for that one with the reaction?
Every time.
Okay, that's better.
So, because at least then, assuming you're not, because I would think most people are not going to just human variant every time.
Yeah.
So, like, level 4 getting this, maybe one level early to when the normal brace action may become useless, but it's fine. I don't really mind that. It
makes sense for tanks.
It very much
especially if they're fighting something aerial that they can't fight. They're like, well, screw it. I'm just going to brace. And if I have my shield, so it gives me some bonus to that. And I'm probably strong if I'm a tank, so you could potentially have like an 11 reduction. That's significant. Reducing an attack by 11 or more could be very significant.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it can't go past 1. So no matter what, you're going to take at least 1 damage. Yeah. If you get hit. It's not like, oh, ignore damage.
Yeah.
You're still going to take a little
one
bit.
Hit point of damage. I know.
Right. But if you're getting swarmed by a bunch of things, that's still going to be...
Because you only have to take that once, and you still get the bonus of it for every single hit against you.
Yeah.
That is where it is useful. If you're being swarmed by a lot of little things, and you're just like, Blaster, do me a solid. I'm going to sit here and try to just tank this for you.
Yeah.
Like, I do see it as different enough from dodge in using it for a different context.
Dodge tries to completely eliminate the damage. Brace, you're accepting that you're getting hit. You're just trying to make the hit easier.
Yeah. But which is also why I would say maybe not strength saving throw, but a con saving throw, because you're not trying to muscle your way out. You're just trying to endure, and most endurance things are based on con and not strength.
Right.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Well,
So that one, I kind of like it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like that someone had tried to add to the action. It's like that's pretty cool. It's not usually something you see.
Yeah. I mean, I still think players in general often don't use enough of these actions because they attack or cast a spell.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're not close enough to do either, they dash.
Yep.
That's guilty
Apparently
as
how it goes.
charged.
Yep. But I rarely see like a rogue disengage or hide or anything like that to try to gain advantage or move around the battlefield while our barbarian rages, or taking dodge when you're getting swarmed. Really doesn't happen because they attack.
Yeah.
And not, I mean, sometimes, but still not super often do people use like help.
Help is usually not used in combat. It is a very common non-combat used action.
It totally can be used in combat, though.
You can. Especially if you know you're one of those people that can't do any damage to someone far away.
Yeah.
Then you're like, I should probably do something about that.
Or you're rolling like crap. The DM's rolling great against all of the spells you throw, so you're like, screw it. Hey, buddy, I'm helping you out. Take the advantage. You're doing well here. I helped.
You could potentially smite or sneak attack. Let's see if we can make that a crit, shall we?
Yeah. So, it definitely gives more options. However, I don't think all those options that we have already are being used. So
Definitely not.
Yeah. Yeah. So the next one is a spell.
Mm-hmm.
3rd level evocation called the Lemon Drop.
Oh god, I can only imagine what that is.
They say was titled a more shocking, there was quotes around shocking, version of Fireball.
Oh boy.
So range 60 feet. Components: somatic, verbal, material. A lemon coated in sea salt is the material component. It's not consumed by the spell though, so whatever. Duration instantaneous. This is for artificers, bards, sorcerers, wizards, warlocks. So I guess you would actually need this lemon because it starts off with like a thrown lemon detonates into an electrical discharge, followed by a sonic boom at the point of your choosing. Each creature within 25-foot radius must make a dex saving throw. With creatures made of metal or wearing armor constructed of metal, making the save at disadvantage. A target takes 4d8 lightning damage and 2d8 thunder damage on a failed save and half as much on a successful one.
Right.
Targets more than 15 feet away from the spell's point of origin take no lightning damage. That's it.
So it's a lemon grenade.
Yeah, it's a lemon grenade, yeah.
Cave Johnson would be so proud.
Yes. So, what do you guys think of this?
I like the flavor. I mean,
It's fun.
It's fun.
I think it's hilarious. Especially you just see like a bunch of just bad guys sitting in there. Oh look, a lemon. Yeah.
Yeah. Here's my, especially because the person who made this compared it to Fireball being a more shocking version of Fireball. when you actually compare it to Fireball, it has half as much. No, sorry, less than half the amount of range because Fireball's 150 foot. This is only 60.
Yep.
This does have a radius of 5 extra feet, but that radius only matters for the 2d8 thunder damage because anything further away from 15 feet from the spell's origin takes no lightning damage. So,
Yeah.
for full effect, it's actually 5 foot smaller than Fireball.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a 68 as opposed to 8d6 for Fireball, and there's more flavor to it. And I mean, okay, the metal stuff making those creatures disadvantaged, definitely interesting. Most people are going to have metal if they're not, druids or sneaky classes that are using like leather armor.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So that's slightly more effective, but why wouldn't I stay further back and drop a Fireball instead? And hit more people with the full force of the spell.
What if you, like, stealth throw it through a window? Like, you're just, like, sneaking outside. Just...
Open window and you're just grenade out.
Yeah.
And it's a lemon, so it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little bit, less obvious than a fireball.
Yeah, but it happens instantaneously, so it's going to be a second of, like, why is there a lemon on the floor? And then they get hit by it anyway. So it's not even, like, a delayed thing where you throw it, you run away, and, like, 3 turns later, someone's picked it up. It's like, who dropped a lemon in the study? And then gets blown up. Like, no, it happens right away.
I was just thinking, like, you're outside.
That can be the upgraded level of the spell of Fireball and Delayed Blast Fireball. We can have Delayed Blast Lemon. I want Delayed Blast Lemon.
Delayed Blast Lemon would be fun.
I'm a lemon dancer, everyone.
I'm Lord of the Lemons.
I'm an artillerist artificer who launches lemons. I have a lemon gun.
People are pretty sour about the idea.
Yay! Jim's getting on the puns and not sitting there mad in the corner. He was all quite puckered the last time.
We'll do one pun here or there, but sometimes groups just stay on puns, and it's like, can we get back to what we're doing or playing?
Come on, Jim, when life gives you lemons.
Blow them up.
I would love to do this to a certain town and then make lemon paranoia for the entire town. You just strategically do this so much that you class condition an entire town to fear lemons.
If you had the delayed lemon,
Yep.
all it takes is a lemon coated in sea salt. If someone has a lemon tree, everyone quickly coats all the lemons on the tree with sea salt, delay blast that, run like hell in the middle of the night, the whole tree just explodes.
Do it to a random lemon in every farmer's market. Like, ooh, lemon. 1 sea salt. Delay. And keep walking.
I think we've just described creating a terrorist organization.
Of lemons. Every villain is lemons, Jim. Remember, we are evil. Every villain is lemons.
I'm Lemon Rick.
Make a mastermind rogue who just goes around with his lemon ski.
Peter only seems mildly amused by this.
Yeah.
I love it. You're going to be lemoned, Peter.
He'd have to come up here first.
I'm gonna start just in any games I run. It's just gonna be random lemons around. Just letting that eat at the back of your heads.
This whole evil organization headed by a sentient lemon.
Sentient lemon.
The suicide bombers of the lemons.
Oh boy.
Okay.
I could see this being like a like just a random little fae and a druid just having the time of their lives.
Blowing up lemons.
This is what they came up with because they don't know how to actually do anything else. So they thought lemons. We're blowing up lemons.
Yeah, this is what the fae are for.
I mean, fae are known for being mischievous and ridiculous, so you know it's right
they
up
are.
their alley.
And going up after lemons seems just about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's blow up everyone with lemons.
Oh god. I agree. Let's move on though to a wondrous item. Uncommon, doesn't require attunement though. Thank God. First one of the night. Pearl Tooth. This clamshell has red markings in the shape of an old lady's face on its shell, and as it opens a little, you glimpse some pearls sitting inside. Right beneath its teeth, a constant soft purring noise emanates from the shell. The powers, once per day, Pearl Tooth can create 1d4 pearls of between 20 gold to 100 gold in value. If you do not use the command word and stroke the pearl's shell while this occurs, Pearl Tooth will attempt to bite you, +5 to attack and 1d4 damage, and close up tight until the next day. The flavored text or the command word here is, "Who's my favorite little clam? That's right, you are. Nah." I did my best.
Hey, it works.
It works. Yeah. Hey, this isn't a great magic item to begin with. I wasn't gonna give 100% to that.
It needs lemons.
If it generated 1d4 lemons, I'm in.
Yeah.
But also, just having essentially infinite wealth in pearls, because every day it creates 1d4 pearls between 20 gold to 100 gold pieces. Like, oh no. What are we going to do? We need money. Screw adventuring. Every day we're just going to pet the clam. That's it.
Yeah.
We make more than like an entire small town does in a year.
Oh yeah.
By petting a fucking clam.
You're gonna be Matsubusa before long.
Yeah.
If you rolled enough D4 pearls.
Yeah.
Right? Like, the economy is already pretty broken in 5th edition.
Yes.
Most D&D.
Yes.
This is just going to make it worse.
I do love the idea of just rolling up to a storekeeper and like, have some pearls. I'll take this. Keep the pearls.
I mean, if we're going to try making it realistic, at some point, you're not going to be able to sell the pearls. Like,
Nope.
Yeah, dude, we get it. We have like 1,000 pearls in backstock. We're not buying any more pearls.
Yep.
Hey, that'd be a good way to introduce consequences to your players, you know?
Dude.
I also love the idea of using pearls as like slingshot ammo.
That could also be entertaining.
I get hit by a pearl?
It's like the bougiest like ammo you could use. You're getting pelted with money, basically. Timmy over there's, brand new adventure using small stones and pebbles. These people are flinging 100 gold piece, pearls at you. Good luck. They're not magical pearls. They're just expensive as shit for no reason.
Cast in large on it and launch them.
You could do that.
That could be fun.
Still be fairly bougie.
Animate objects, but the pearls.
Oh no.
Sounds no. Ridiculous.
Yep. Yeah, just go everywhere and crash everyone's economy.
Yeah, pretty much. Another uncommon wondrous item I got for you.
Okay.
The Cap of Reminding.
Remember all.
This felt cap, stitched and folded to display what resembles a face, serves to remind its owner of lost, overlooked, and forgotten things as part of any action. The wearer of this cap can speak the words "remind me" to be reminded of one random feature, spell, or magic item that it hasn't used for several days. The cap can be used this way up to 3 times each day. Each time a creature must be reminded in this way, the Cap of Reminding delivers a hearty slap to the face of the petitioner. This melee attack has a bonus of -3 to hit and deals 1d4 -3 bludgeon damage on a hit. So mostly for flavor. But if you roll a 4, you're taking a point of damage to be reminded to, like, I don't know, use Uncanny Dodge.
You know what? I wouldn't give this out just because that seems like a lot of work for the DM.
It really is.
However, I would give this out as a cursed item.
You're at 1 hit point. You're like, oh man, I forgot something. Remember to use Spare the Dying.
Just as soon as you put it on your head, it's cursed and you cannot remove it, and it will just randomly slap you and tell you random shit.
Just remind you of random things.
Yeah, exactly.
Smack! Hey, your advisor's name is Alung.
That would actually be useful.
Thanks? Yeah, but you're in a dungeon right now. That's not useful information. Okay,
Hey,
great.
Smack! Paladins can smite. I'm a rogue. Don't care.
1 hit point left. Smack! Roll a 4. You have a healing potion.
You're trying to sneak? Smack! Hey, be quiet. Fucker.
What do you think I was doing?
This could be a fun cursed item, but I would not give it out for its intended purpose.
No, for its intended purpose, this is dumb. As a cursed item to just constantly fuck with your party, or just one member of the party,
It could be great for
sounds
that.
freaking great.
I shall henceforth stay away from caps.
Oh, and once put on, if not returned to a head in, say, 1 day, the hat becomes sentient and has a body and follows around the last wearer it had.
Just sprouts
smacking
legs.
Yep.
Or it just sprouts legs trying to climb on your head.
Yep. And just will smack you and everything until it finds a new head.
It uses its legs and its one arm that smacks you with to just like climb up your back.
Yep.
It's resistant to all types of damage.
Yes.
It's magical.
Resistance. Yep.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't sprout legs. It just kind of gets up on its brim and walks like its brim is its legs.
Or just rolls.
Yeah.
Peter's like, I don't trust any hat these two introduce to any game now.
Yep.
You find a hat filled with lemons. No!
Damn it!
And teeth. It has the painting of a woman's face on the back. Oh no, I gotta sing to the hat too?
Looks like there's a clam in there.
Great.
Yeah. I feel like me and Alex are having a good time, and Peter's just like adding to anxiety of what might happen to him in any game.
Yep.
That's generally how it works.
Because he knows this is going to happen, and it's going to happen when he least expects it. He's going to be on Tatooine, and all of a sudden a lemon pops. He's like, what the fuck is this?
Or
Surprise, guys! You're gonna be on a Zodi Prime, and there's gonna be a lemon.
or, you know, Cad Bane, or someone buys you a hat and gives it to you. They're like, "Oh my God, Cad Bane's giving me a hat!"
Immediately starts
Start smacking you.
It's actually a droid in the shape of a hat.
It's an ancient Sith torture device.
Oh man, that's funny.
Ridiculous. We're ridiculous.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm going to make a lemon bomber at some point.
The Lemma Bomber. Cool.
Yes, the lemon bomber.
Instead of, out in the woods in like Montana or whatever, you're just on a lemon farm.
Yeah.
One room cabin in a lemon farm.
My lemons.
No one would suspect him ever.
No.
It's always those darn kids.
And the party would constantly be destroying his cart of lemons for good reason.
Avatar 2, Revenge of the Cabbage.
You know what the Revenge of the Cabbage was? He created like Cabbage Corp.
Yeah.
And became one of the richest people in the world.
That is true.
And got taken away from him.
Yeah, well. Fair enough. I did find a bunch. Like, it's legitimately a list of reaction spells. To a group of reaction spells that are designed to allow spellcasters to have a proper wizard duel.
Okay.
Yeah, it's because basically it's something other than counterspell. Is what I'm seeing. So like a first level abjuration, only somatic components, called harmful recovery. After being given a condition from a spell, after being given a condition from a spell, you may cast this spell as a reaction, remove any condition affecting you, except for exhaustion. After casting this spell, you take 1 level of exhaustion.
Yeah.
Like 3rd level abjuration, deflect. You attempt to deflect a spell cast by another creature. If it's 3rd or lower, it's deflected. 4th level or higher, make a spellcasting ability check. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. On a successful spell, it's deflected. When a spell is deflected, you may choose a new target for the spell other than yourself and the creature that casts the spell. The spell then attempts to take effect on the new target and treats you as the caster.
Okay.
Yeah, this bored me halfway through. I think my brain wandered.
Yeah, nah, it's you just instead of countering the spell, you just choose a new target and you become the caster, I guess.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't like it. Most of the to be honest, most of these are just like meh. Like at no point in your game is there really going to be a wizard duel. Because even if there's some wizards fighting, your party's frontline or rogue or whatever is going to be sneaking around stabbing some wizards in the back because they're squishy. So honestly, these kind of suck. I don't like them. They can go away.
Yep.
And that's all I got for homebrew stuff.
Okay. I see. We had some fun with that one. That'd be good.
We did have some fun with that one. Then naturally, I found stupid things.
Mm-hmm.
Like those reactions.
Yeah. Yes. The lemons, the hat, and the clam were entertaining. for the
Indeed.
most part.
But I'm now going to use 2 of those in some way.
Oh, I know you are.
Just
Probably going to be to our detriment.
Probably.
Surprise, guys.
All right. But getting into the bulk of the show today is we're going to be going over our Paladin spells. So this one's going to be a lot shorter since they only get levels 1 through 5. In a following episode, we will be talking about different oaths and subclasses of the different classes. But right now, we're just going to be sticking with the 1 through 5 levels.
Yep.
So, starting with level 1.
Well, can we also just say, just a caveat, yes, we know most of you, for most of these spell slots, are going to use them to smite.
Right.
If you're not using them to smite, though, here are our favorite options.
Yes. And if you're playing a paladin, you probably should use them to smite, unless you're playing an Oath of Redemption. Then you're going to want every spell slot you have.
Yeah.
Because you will not be smiting much at all.
Yeah.
Right. With that being said, what is everyone's level 1?
I went with Divine Favor. 1 minute concentration, casting time a bonus action. Your prayer empowers you with Divine Radiance until the spell ends. Your weapon attacks deal an extra 1d4 radiant damage on a hit.
Yep.
It's nice. It's, if you got multi-attack, it's 1d4 for each hit.
Yep.
So, it is a solid spell.
Yeah.
I decided to go with Command, just because there's so many things you can do with this. And it's one of those spells that I think is overlooked a lot, but it has so many uses. Especially when you need to get someone, people are trying to be quiet in that, and you can just command someone to, shout. And now their entire cover is blown, and you can cause pandemonium.
Yeah.
Or just, you have a guard and just command them to run. And off they go.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah. There's so many fun things you can do. Especially with the thing that you can't have them, hurt themselves. And that's fine. Because that's not all spells. Not all spells are supposed to do damage. You can just have some fun with it. Like, say you're at a party and you just tell a guest to dance. Especially if they're already drunk. And boom, instant distraction for you.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I went with Bless. It's another one that can, add a little bit during combat. So you can bless 3 creatures within range, and whenever they do an attack roll or a saving throw, they can add a d4. And it lasts a minute. So, and you can upcast it to target an additional party member or creature. So, yeah, it's pretty helpful. It's kind of like, inspiration. Bardic inspiration but less. So, but it's great.
You say, but also kind of more.
Oh, you can do it for more people, but I'm just saying that the dice is the die is smaller, but but you can do it for more people.
Can be very, very useful.
It can be. I'm not trying to downplay it.
Oh no, I'm just saying. Bardic inspiration is help on 1 roll. Bless is
for a minute.
Basically everything up to a minute. So
it lasts a lot longer.
Yeah.
Going into 2nd level, what did everyone pick?
I went with a wonderful play spell, and definitely necessary if, say, you don't want to torture people as a paladin because you're a good person. Zone of Truth. 15-foot radius sphere. The people inside who fail the check must tell the truth.
Doesn't have to be the whole truth, though. They can find
No, it doesn't compel them to, just tell you the answer to your question, but they can't lie to you. They can try to avoid answering, but they can.
Yeah.
Can't just be like, nope, I didn't see it. You totally saw it.
Yeah.
What if they could do it where like, nope, I didn't see it, and then they had to do the whisper, no, I totally saw it. That could be
really
entertaining.
funny. Then
That would
it's
be
like its own little like voice that is the truth part. He's just talking, and then like, oh yeah, I did it. It'd be really funny.
Yeah.
I'm totally not into that. I totally want to kill that guy.
Yeah.
So, that is not a good thing to do. I'm so. Thank you, Jim.
Peter, what'd you choose?
I went with aid. So you,
That was a good one. That was my second choice.
yeah. So you again choose up to 3 creatures within range, and you boost their hit point maximum and their current hit points by 5 for the duration, which is 8 hours.
The best part about that is, unlike temporary hit points, they can stack. They can be healed back up.
Mm-hmm.
It is a very, very useful
Yeah.
one. Aid is very.
And if you cast at higher levels, the amount of hit points goes up by 5. So, can be very helpful, and it costs very, very little to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it doesn't have to be touch either. It's 30 feet.
That is also nice. I went with Find Steed because paladins are the only ones that are able to do this, and I think it's just really fun that you can, call your own mount, and it's around. Takes 10 minutes to cast, but you just have it now. It doesn't diminish randomly.
Yep.
You just have it.
And if you get stranded somewhere, you got 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Get yourself a horse.
exactly. Let's go. Or mastiff, or pony, or whatever else the DM would allow you to make your steed. But
Unicorn.
It's not
possible.
a greater steed.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think it's, and the creature has an intelligence of 6 and can understand a language, and you can almost communicate with it telepathically. Like, it is a really, really good, just really good way of doing things. So you'll never be stranded, and you can always go fast.
Yep. Super solid spell.
Yeah.
Going on to level 3.
Indeed.
I went with Spirit Shroud, which is a newer spell. I think it's from Tasha's, I believe. Lasts up to a minute. It's concentration. You call forth spirits of the dead, which flit around you for the spell's duration. They are intangible and invulnerable. Until the spell ends, any attack you make deals 1d8 extra damage when you hit a creature within 10 feet of you. So if you're making a melee attack, if you hit them, you do the extra 1d8. The damage is radiant, necrotic, or cold, your choice when you cast the spell. Any creature that takes this damage can't regain hit points until the start of your next turn. In addition, any creature of your choice that you can see that starts its turn within 10 feet of you has its speed reduced by 10 feet until the start of your turn. And you can upcast it, increasing the damage by 1d8 for every 2 slots above 3rd level. So it's not like an immediate upcast, but
yeah.
So it, do a little bit of extra damage, and it lasts for a while. So those are always pretty great, and it only takes verbal and somatic components. So doing extra damage for no cost.
Yeah. I went with Crusader's Mantle, which opponents only verbal, casting time 1 action for a minute, requires concentration, but any friendly creatures within a 30-foot radius of you get to deal 1d4 radiant damage when it hits with a weapon attack. So, especially as you get multi-attack, 2d4 hasted could be even more. And it's just all of your friends, as long as they don't stray too far, which, I mean, a 30-foot radius is a pretty large aura, and since it's on you and it moves with you, if people accidentally move a little outside of it, you can adjust and get them back in.
Yeah.
So, just a lot of extra damage on everyone's attacks.
Yep. That was one that's probably my second one, but I went with Remove Curse. Just like something like Revivify, you don't have it because you feel like you're going to need it. You have it because that one time you will need it.
Right.
Like, no one cares about Remove Curse until someone's cursed.
I don't curse you guys enough.
I like that.
I'm okay with not being cursed. My dice are cursed enough.
Pretty sure you are cursed.
I can't. Not even a remove curse spell can end that. So.
No. Should just take my holy water and sprinkle my dice. I don't think it would help.
I think you got to fly out to Rome. You'll get an audience with the Pope and get him to bless it. Since he's a level 20 cleric, he should have the power to do it.
Hypothetically.
You have to have a circle with both Matt Mercer and Joe Manganiello, and they will say the secret ritual that will fix your die.
And even then, it still might not work. That's how bad my dice are.
You have to have an actual bone of Gary Gygax for it to work.
Well, I don't know where he's buried.
If he's cremated, then that becomes a moot point.
Really does. I mean, it really does. I do like that, Dungeons and Dragons really didn't start all that far away from where I live. Like, Lake Geneva's a short hop over the border.
45 minutes.
Yep.
I've gotten there in 40.
How?
Speeding.
Okay. That's fine.
Just take 31 north and turn left. I think that is the actual thing you have to do.
That's pretty much it, I think, yeah.
Yep.
That's super easy.
Yeah.
Miss those random little adventures up to Lake Geneva.
I just, on like D&D memes, or D&D anything, I see random posts of like pictures of people who took a pilgrimage to Lake Geneva and rolled their D20 on a plaque that is like in memory of Gary Gygax. It's like, oh yeah, I guess that's right over there.
Yeah. So we went there at least twice a year most of the time.
I was like, oh, that's a pilgrimage for you guys? Okay.
I could do that on a Tuesday if I felt like it.
Just right from work and be back by dinner.
Easily. You could do that and still make dinner.
Right.
Yeah.
Where do we leave off? Sorry, I got distracted.
4th level.
Yeah, we're gonna be level 4.
4th level. I had 2 that tied. I think Alex agreed with me on one, so I'm going to start with the other one.
Okay.
Aura of Purity. If I remember the one Alex told me earlier.
Yep, you're correct.
Cool. So, again, another Aura 30-foot radius. 10 minutes this time. It still requires concentration, only verbal components. And, each not hostile creature in the aura, including you, cannot become diseased, has resistance to poison damage, has advantage on saving throws against effects that cause any of the following conditions: blind, charmed, deafened, frightened, paralyzed, poisoned, and stunned.
Mm-hmm.
So just a real nice buff to every not. It doesn't even say friendly. It's just not hostile creature.
Yeah.
Fuck you, boss. At the end of a dungeon, thinking you're all clever and shit.
Pretty much.
Aha!
You're gonna do
have
status
envisioned
effects to me? No.
I have envisioned this grand encounter where you will be fighting yourself and others. Nope. Well, shit.
Yep.
Yep. I'm gonna use frightening presence.
No, you can't.
Advantage.
It's done. It's over. Bye.
Yeah,
Bye, Felicia.
Unless you're Peter, and then it's still affecting you.
Yeah, probably.
You have an advantage. 2 nat ones. How?
The other one that I was thinking of was there it is. The Aura of Life. Just hit points. It's a really good spell. It's a good aura. Though at level 4, you don't get a lot of those. I don't know if I would. It really depends. It's a bit more niche depending on the situation. But the one that I went with was Banishment, because all it takes is a charisma saving throw to make a thing just go.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else. Just bye.
Yeah.
Have fun getting back.
Yep.
It's great.
I mean, it comes back after a little while, but you can hightail
Unless
it out
it's
of there.
like an elemental
Well,
or
yeah.
fiend or celestial, I think.
Yeah. If it
Then they
doesn't,
just
if it doesn't
Yeah.
belong on your plane, it stays gone.
Yep. As long as you maintain concentration.
As long as you can do it for a minute, they stay there. They don't
Yep.
come back. If you end the spell before a minute, then they will come back.
Yeah.
But
The question is, why'd you end the spell? That was a dumb idea.
Yeah.
You got hit in the face.
Right, that's losing concentration. It says you can end the spell.
That's true.
Why are you just like, he's gone now, but I kind of miss him. Let's bring the fiend back.
Maybe if you're
What?
like trying to interrogate something and you want it to come. I don't know.
You get
Wow.
tired of your barbarian for a minute.
You're
You just
like,
wanted him gone.
you're taking a break. Where are you sending me? I don't know.
No, enjoy.
Bye.
You're going to the plane of pillows and feathers. That's where you're going.
But in reality, it was to Avernus.
Yeah. So I picked Death Ward, which I think we did talk about when we did clerics, but still pretty great spell. So, prevents someone from falling unconscious. You bounce back to 1 hit point, and if something would kill you instantaneously, you just say nah. So.
Yep.
Yeah. No thanks. I'm good.
Power word kill? What a waste of a 9th level spell slot.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's always a good one. Just like, oh. Nah.
That was cute.
Oh. He thinks he can get us.
Look how frustrated he's getting.
Yeah.
Elder Lich just waiting for this is my big moment to show how serious. What? This is some bullshit.
Yeah, and you just have the paladin or the cleric going, meh.
Oh no, did your spell not work like you thought?
The cleric does Death Wish, the paladin does the aura of purity. So come on, let's do it. Let's go, bro.
Just basically just use the line from the new guy. Who's the biatch now?
I like how this turned from supposed to be this big fight with the Lich to now we're just messing with the Lich. We want to ruin its day first before we end it.
Yeah.
And just we even have your phylactery. We're just bored. We want to fuck with you first.
Honestly, we're not gonna break it. We're gonna let you come back and fuck with you again.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain. No! Leave me alone! Just let me die!
Fine, I'll destroy the phylactery myself. That was a fake one. Have fun. You'll be coming back in a couple days.
To destroy your real phylactery, you just turn over a bag of holding just filled with fake phylacteries.
Yeah.
You gotta find it first. Hate all of you.
And just so something to pass the time, here's a force cage with our barbarian. Enjoy!
And also, let me banish you for about 30 seconds so you can get a taste of freedom, and then you're back.
No, you banish them to like the celestial plane.
So not freedom for them.
Not free.
So he'll be dead again here pretty shortly.
Basically hell for them. Yeah.
Especially depending on who like you're worshiping and all that, you just have this huge gag with every your deity. Like, I know you don't like liches, right? You're gonna mess with this one with us. We're gonna really make him rue the day of deciding to become a lich.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, he's banished to the celestial plane. Who's waiting for him but your deity? Smite.
And this continues. Day after day
Just back and forth, day after day.
Everyone asks, like, adventures, we haven't seen you out in a while. What are you doing? Oh, we're messing with a lich. What?
Isn't that dangerous? Nah.
Nah. It was the first week, but I think the lich has just given up at this point.
He's resigned to his
regretting this not dying thing because he's dead inside at this point.
And it's even adorable. We hid his phylactery in a pile of identical phylacteries, and he can't find the real one.
Every day he just goes smashing through them, can't find it.
Yep. And that's when we do something terrible to him.
Joke's on him. His phylactery is actually somewhere else entirely.
It's in a totally separate bag of holding filled with other fake phylacteries.
Even we don't know which one's it.
We've lost track. There's so many.
We've lost track of the phylactery. Just that one day we're just gonna have him imprison him so he's stuck there and can't do anything.
We're sick. We're sick and sadistic.
It's a lich.
It's a lich.
Yeah, but before this, we're talking about lemon terrorists. So
That's true.
Every phylactery he opens is contains a lemon.
And we're back.
we got a hat for you that will remind you which phylactery is yours.
Yes, I want to give the lich the cursed hat. That every time he goes to a phylactery, just slap him. Are you sure this is the right one? Are you sure this?
And then he throws it across the room for a day.
It just
Gets
crawls its way
killed,
back.
and then when he comes back, the hat is waiting to crawl on him and smack him again.
You think you can get rid of me that easily?
Not even death can separate my curse. We're messed up. We're messed up. So anyway, 5th level spells?
That smells. Delayed blessed lemon.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, so aside of lemons, I went with Destructive Wave. And another 30-foot radius. And each creature you choose within 30 feet must make a Constitution saving throw or take 5d6 thunder damage, as well as 5d6 radiant or necrotic damage, your choice, and be knocked prone. If a creature that succeeds saving throw takes half as much damage, isn't knocked prone. So it's beautiful. It's, you don't have to worry about hitting your friends because it's just the creatures you choose. Doing a crap ton of damage, like 10d6 damage altogether in a couple different forms, and potentially knocking people prone.
Always good.
For your party who's probably standing next to them to start taking those advantage melee attacks against them.
Yep.
Yeah.
I decided to go with Circle of Power. It's a nice, good aura, because paladins love their auras. 30 feet around you. For every friendly creature in the area, including yourself, has advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects. Additionally, when the affected creature succeeds a saving throw against a spell or an effect that would do half damage on a success, you instead get no damage. Which, again, really fun way to mess with that end level boss.
Yeah.
Oh no. Or, oh no, a breath weapon. What will I ever do?
I went with Gias, which is basically a 5th level version of Command. So, just lasts a lot longer. 30 days. So, they have to do a service or refrain from some action or course of activity as you decide. If they can understand you, it must succeed a wisdom saving throw or be charmed. While it is charmed, it takes 5d10 psychic damage each time it acts in a manner directly counter to your instructions. But no more than once each day. So you can't, like, kill it because of that. Because it constantly tries to get out. A creature that can't understand you is unaffected. You can issue any command you choose, short of an activity that would result in certain death. So you can't tell him to, like, jump off a cliff and die. So...
But what if you told him not to talk to his wife? That might end in certain death.
Well, the question is, would Gias fail, or is there enough chance that it would still work and then he dies anyway?
I mean, I don't... Unless the wife is like, Jack the Ripper 2.0, I don't think the magic would assume that death would happen.
Fair enough.
Probably.
So you just ruin his marriage then.
Yeah. You can also end the spell early by using an action to dismiss it. Remove curse, greater restoration, or wish also ends it. You can also upcast it. And if you do it with a spell slot of 7 or 8, it lasts a year. And if you cast it using a 9th level spell, it's only ended for, like, remove curse or wish.
I love that.
It lasts forever. Kind of like how Feeble Mind can just last forever. So.
Love.
So, if you cast it at 9th level and you just don't tell anybody, you can, like, have this person, like, I don't know, not be able to say your name forever. Be hilarious.
I would like do something stupid, like every time you hear the word ale, you must do the chicken dance and cluck like a chicken.
Yep. You could do something completely obnoxious to just some random NPC.
For a year.
Or 9th level for the rest of your life.
I would love to go around doing just stupid shit like that. It's like, we're under a foul curse. Please help us, adventurers. Why? What? Be great.
Somehow I have a feeling we may soon encounter an NPC to whom this has been done. And we have to solve the problem.
You walk into a village, and right away you can feel like something is amiss. There is a man standing on his roof pretending to be a gargoyle. You are confused.
I'm just going to have you guys roll some random saving throws.
Yeah, you notice the gargoyle man gets down, says, "Hi, Bob." And Bob now assumes his position as the gargoyle.
They take shifts.
They take shifts being gargoyle. And now you watch him carry on with his life like nothing just happened.
From noon to midnight, you're the gargoyle. From midnight to noon, you're the gargoyle.
You hear a very strange noise coming from the blacksmith. You notice every time he pounds something on the anvil, you hear a squeak sound. Every time he uses his hammer, he must also hit a little ducky.
Yeah, you can do so many ridiculous things with this.
Yes. Yes,
So
you
can
can.
also do helpful things, but let's be honest. You're probably going to do something ridiculous with it.
Indeed. Fantastic. I think we've just pretty much discovered ways to torture each other in game tonight.
Funny how it's the paladin that lets you do that most.
Actually, I have a fun idea for something like that. It would be there'd be like a negative consequence. It'd be like this random wizard comes into a town and says, "I will offer you this thing to help you, but by accepting this, somebody else will be cursed." So
Okay, so
forever.
you're the devil. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. But they are choosing to do it. So all these people are from the choices of a neighbor village that they just said, "I don't even care. Don't even care about them."
And naturally, he goes to that neighbor village next and does the same thing.
No, he just lets it happen. Just say you come up with the weird village, you go into the other village that you think something else is going to be happening, and everyone's like perfect. All of their vices have been cured. All of this good stuff is happening. You're like, this is weird.
All of it had to be transferred somewhere.
Yeah. So in order to save the other people, you must ruin the lives of one village. So it'd be kind of interesting how that would go.
It'd be interesting.
Yeah. Campaign idea. There you go.
Indeed.
All right. Well, this has been this episode of the Drunken Dice podcast. Thank you, all of us. Wow, I can't even talk. Thank you, everyone, for being with us for this nonsense that we like to spew almost every week. How was everyone's drinks?
Delicious. I mean, ginger ale and bourbon. King good.
Yeah. And it was tea.
My tea was
and
great.
The wine was good.
Perfect.
So, it was good. Say, tune in next time for the next episode. These have been really fun, and we hope you're enjoying them too. Catch y'all later.